Battle rap, battle. It's battle rap unfiltered, the hottest podcast that's around. Analytics different whenever we breaking it down. Who you had losing and who you think was taking around. A show for the culture, no other podcast making the sound.
Welcome everyone to another episode of Battle Rap Unfiltered. Today, I got Mitts in the building with me, and it's your boy Kels. How's everybody doing? Today, we want to touch base on the JC Surf battle and what do we think is coming up next for JC. Now, we'll talk about Surf in a minute and what's next for Surf, but right now, this is about Surf and JC. So, Mitts, you were actually in the building for Summer Madness 12.
Yes, sir.
For that battle. Tell me how that experience was in person, because I'm going to tell you how it was on cam.
Hey, unfortunately, I already watched it back on cam, so I know what you're gonna say.
Okay.
But Summer Madness 12 in the building. It was a good experience. I'm not gonna say a great experience, because the get in took forever. The battles took forever. I felt like we were standing up forever. I think Surf and JC probably went on around like 9:30. I feel like Cal and Easy to go on to like 10:30, 11. It was a long day. The battles were cool. I think Shotgun Suge had performance of the night.
I agree with you there.
Chess definitely got bodied. Surf, to me, had the round. Well, Surf or Rock had the round of the night. They first was fire. Both they first was fire. But getting back to the Surf, JC, well, overall, I would say this was like a 6.5 out of 10. Summer Madness 12. That might be being nice.
Okay, but hold on. Before you go there, what was Gun Title's record in the building, and then we'll do on cam.
In the building, to me, it was 2-2. I had Easy and Surf winning in the building, and I had Chess and Rock losing in the building. On cam, I still have it 2-2. I still think Easy cleared Calico, but a lot of people are saying Calico 2-1. I have Easy 2-1, second and third. First is debatable. If you edge that to Cal, I'm not going to debate that at all. But I do have Easy clearing Cal 2-1.
Okay, interesting.
But
yeah, I definitely have on cam. I have, like, my first watch, I had Gun Titles 1 out of 4. Okay. And then when I watched it back again, I had them 0-4. Because but debatable, and the debatable one was Easy. The only reason why, like, I won't argue the Easy battle is because, like, Cal's first was clear. Cal won the first. I think Cal led up on the second, and I think Easy took the second round.
Yeah.
The third round, when Cal started saying, "Yeah, I date my daughter," like that, it's like,
yeah, that was, yeah.
Like, you're in the wrong part of the South, first off, but also no. Like, I get what you're saying, but like, you double down on it and you keep saying it. Like, come on, man. Like, that's nah, that wasn't it. So I guess I could keep it 1-4 because that, but like, I don't know. It's just the way that
you have JC beating Surf on cam.
On cam, yeah, the material, because Surf started up here.
It's Sunday morning, guys. What we doing?
Surf started at the top, right? Surf had an electrifying first round. Call you Jay Electronica. He was bombing on him in the first.
Yeah.
But JC also had a lot of material in that first too, though. He even said something about the Rico case, and now look what happened.
Right.
Okay. Anyways, but Surf started up here, and then slowly started to go down.
No, I definitely agree with that.
Right?
I agree with that.
It got dry in some of his rounds.
Yeah, I agree with
JC,
that. Sure.
Now, JC wasn't getting no reaction for nothing he was saying. Like, he wasn't getting like nothing. And he had some material. I'm not saying this was the best JC. It was not the best JC.
Even though Surf material was heading downhill second and third, I don't think JC's material was heading uphill in his second and third.
You know what? I don't disagree. I think JC kind of stayed at a flat level all throughout. To me, that battle wasn't what I wanted it to be.
Yeah, no, definitely.
It was, unfortunately, but it was better than the Cortez and Surf battle, which ain't saying too much. But I expected I expected more out of JC, especially with more time writing. And I feel like he watered down his material for the crowd, and the crowd still wasn't having it.
Yeah. I actually think he did exactly what Cortez and John and Don tried to do. He tried to talk to Surf. And that's not in that type of environment, you can't talk
on the
to
stage.
Surf. Yeah,
It's
not on that stage. I mean, you could write, you could angle, you could try to talk, but with I would say it's about 1,200 people in the building because they said it holds 1,000. It was more than 1,000. It was packed from wall. It was packed from wall to wall. So I would think like they oversold tickets, and I think it was a little bit over 1,000 people in there, and they was just not feeling JC. Like the first round, they was rocking with him, but the latter part of that first round, that's when he started to lose the fans. Then Surf come out of nowhere with that first. And it's like, when somebody throws a first like that at you, it doesn't care what the other person
it don't matter. It don't matter.
It's
like,
matter.
You ain't matching that energy. You ain't.
Yeah. So
I just think that
JC material didn't level up. Surf material didn't go uphill. It did go downhill. But I do think Surf still cleared him 3-0. I do think Surf, well, we will talk about that later. I would say he has to write more uphill, but we don't know if Surf's gonna write again. We'll talk about that in the next episode. But I do think Surf has to learn to write more uphill.
I think that's a gun titles thing, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
because I think they start out completely bombing in the first. It's like they put all of their haymakers and stuff in the first round, and then they coast from there. What's next for JC is really the question. So JC has, as far as I know, 2 more names on his hit list: Averb and Loaded Lux. With this being said, I don't think he's gonna get Lux this year. I think Lux is preparing for Daylight if that battle is ever.
He wasn't getting Lux this year anyway.
He wasn't getting Lux this year anyways.
Yeah.
But I really hope that he gets the Averb battle. And I hope he does something with that, because I think then that will show Lux like, hey, all right, I'm back on it, or I can be at whatever level I need to be at for this battle. And I think that'll kind of move Lux to take the battle, because other than that, I don't know who Lux is going to battle. I mean, he can battle anybody he wants, but like, what other battle makes sense? Because B Dot's not really active right now. Danny Myers is still trying to get Surf.
Yeah, Rum Nitty, that don't seem like something's gonna happen.
Right.
For the people that saying JC don't deserve Lux no more, I mean, they said the same thing after JC had a debate over T-Top. They were like, oh, he can't get Lux. He lost to T-Top. Like, no, JC still deserves Lux. Right. And if anybody say JC don't deserve Averb, you just don't. We not.
Come on now. That battle needs to happen.
Averb had a 1-rounder against Hollow. I was outside eating DoorDash at that time. I didn't watch the Averb versus Hollow battle. I don't know how he did. Right. I still ain't watched it on cam. Maybe you could speak to that more than I do.
Yeah. I say he tried to get back in his older bag. He showed flashes of some of his older stuff, but I think Hollow took it.
Yeah.
But I don't think, and I think you're right, I don't think it should ever be, does JC deserve anybody? JC's put in work for a decade plus. Like, you can't tell that man he don't deserve nothing. Exactly. He's been battling every week, sometimes multiple times in a weekend, consistently battling at a high level. Whether he won, lost, or draw, it don't matter. The dude still is one of the greatest pins ever to grace battle rap. He still deserves these big battles. He still deserves these other names. And he's also battled just about everybody else there is, like, honestly. And Averb is kind of around from his class, or, Averb was maybe a little bit before his class, but that battle still needs to happen. That's the Midwest battle that needs to happen.
That's a Midwest, right?
How do we not have that battle?
Exactly.
And no one can say that.
If you ask me, JC's last showings have been way better than Averb's last showings when it came to Hustle, KCJ, Easy. Like his showings JC's showings been way better than Averb. And so for JC to have one down performance after 15 in a row on the app,
and winning a tournament.
We're not doing that. JC deserves whoever he wants, whoever they put in front of him. I hope he do get Averb, because I think that's going to be a redemption battle where he got to, go back and show niggas. but you don't have to prove nothing to me because I still think JC's fire. And I think JC's first round against Surf was pretty darn good.
Yeah, it was.
And the latter part of that round.
It hit true too.
Yeah, true too, right?
It hit true too.
In the latter part of that round, he started to go downhill. He started doing a little bit too much talking. Yeah. But the first part of that round was actually like Surf got his hands on everybody except for that shot. That was fire. I thought that was fire. Yeah. But yeah, we're not doing that. JC definitely deserved Lux. Definitely deserve Averb. Definitely take the Averb battle first, and I would take Lux sometime late next year, 2023.
Here's what I think should happen. I hear that there's a card coming up in November. I really hope JC gets Averb in November, and then I hope he ends the year against Bill Collector in December. I think that would put him, depending on how he does, in a very good running for Champion of the Year. At least top 5. Because he's been having a phenomenal year. He's won a tournament. And if he can get Averb, if he can clear Averb and have a really good performance with Bill Collector, because I'll do Bill Collector good too, before the year is over, I don't think anybody should be saying anything less than JC Lux. JC Lux. That's the only battle that makes sense at that point. Because who else would he have needed to battle that he hasn't battled? Sure, he may have a rematch with Rock or Shine, but those are rematches. I want to see the other battles that haven't happened first.
Fact. And I still think JC is front runner Champion of the Year by a long shot. The only person that's close to him is Shotgun Suge. And the only
Shotgun Suge is bombing right now. He is. He's on fire. If Shotgun Suge can get easy, which I don't know if that's going to happen.
That's my next point.
I heard that they may not be battling.
Yeah, according to Shotgun Twitter. Yeah, according to Shotgun Twitter a couple of days ago, it doesn't seem like that battle is going to be November 5th at all. But I was going to say that the only way JC loses Champion of the Year is if Shotgun Suge gets easy and clears easy. And that's it. Because JC's up Champion of the Year by a lot, in my opinion. I mean, I don't know how Champion always has a little controversy, when it comes to Champion of the Year.
That's a fact.
I think JC's by far Champion of the Year. And only person that could take that is Shotgun Suge, in my opinion.
Who would you say is the top 5?
Champion of the Year?
Uh-huh.
I would say JC. I would say Shotgun Suge. I would say Easy the Block Captain. A Ward. I might have to go Bill Collector because Bill Collector has a hell of a. I would say Swamp or Bill Collector. So, yeah.
You said Easy. How many battles does Easy have this year?
He had Verb, he had Goods, and he had
Cal. So he's got 3.
But I think his opponent, his resume puts him in the top 5, not the actual how many battles he had. And he had Case Shine at the end of last year, like December.
Yeah, but that didn't count for this year.
That don't count for this year, yeah. But I think his resume, puts him up
strength of schedule or whatever.
Just basically, they call it strength of schedule. But I would say Swamp or Bill Collector should be in the top 5 as well. I would actually put them like 5A and 5B because Swamp.
I would put Swamp. I would put Swamp no less than 3.
Yeah, fact.
And here's why. Man. Even though he didn't win the tournament, look what he just did. He beat judged battles, cleared wins, the best puncher in the world, and the 3rd best puncher in the world back to back within 2 weeks of each other. And then beat Rock. Not to mention, he had Shotgun Suge before that, who was in the front running for top 5, right?
Oh, that is a fact, right?
He beat Suge.
Yeah, that's a fact.
So he's above Suge. He beat Suge.
Yeah.
He beat Rock. He beat Nitty. He beat Fonz.
And you could argue he might have beat JC too. I stand on that.
Even though it's a judged battle and it's a judged L, he still performed well on that stage. He's had a Gnome. He's now had a Summer Madness. He had a Value.
Facts. Yeah.
I put JC Swamp 1 and 2.
Yeah. No, that's a fact.
Just because of what they did.
Slipped my mind when I got to 5, but yeah, Swamp should definitely be in the top 3.
I think Bill Collector might be number 3 because of him winning the tournament, and he's still got some other battles and stuff going.
He had a good performance against Case Shine.
Yeah. I mean, it was a one rounder, but
yeah,
it was all right.
yeah. So I would definitely say that's I would say JC, Suge, Swamp, Bill Collector, Easy.
Yeah.
That's a good top 5 for champ of the year so far. But I still got JC by a long shot. It was Swamp could get one more person on his resume by the end of the year.
I think he's got a 2-on-2 with Funeral.
Oh yeah,
with Farrah against Flames, First Lady Flames, and Jack Boy.
Yeah, the prom night card.
Queen
yeah. Shout out Queen.
Shout out to them. Shout out to them. So depending on how that goes, I know it's not a one-on-one battle, but
yeah.
And not to mention, Funeral beat Bardashians pretty clear.
Facts.
So
clear, yeah.
That was clear.
I had 2-1 clear.
Yeah, when they did the ball head scheme, I was like,
yeah. And the only round that's debatable is the second. That's the only round. It could be a 30. It could be a 30, but
that's a ladies. That's a ladies 30. That was a ladies 30 for sure.
For sure.
But to conclude, I think that JC should take Averb and Bill Collector before this year is over to really cement his champion of the year run. He may not have had the best battle against Surf, but the man still put in work all year, and he's been putting in work heavily for years. No one can take anything away from him regarding his resume, his work ethic, his stature. The man earned any battle he wants.
Facts.
It's just a matter of them coming outside. And if because Averb been talking crazy as he always does, right? Averb been talking crazy.
Averb been talking like he been cooking, and JC not on his level. He can't get. Nah, we're not doing that.
Let's. I'm gonna put it to you this way: Averb's best battle this year, and maybe the last since Mook and Lux, was probably against Passwords. That was his best performance I've seen in a while, respectfully. So for him to say, no, I don't, JC ain't doing it. He ain't done enough. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
You know that boy been putting in work for years. Don't sit there and try to downplay him because you're not gonna clear him. I'm gonna just put it to you that way. You ain't gonna beat him. Is that why you scared to get in the ring with him?
Yeah, and I feel sorry for JC next opponent too, because JC type person that's
crazy.
He's type person that learns from things like this. So he know where he did what he did wrong. He know where he got to get better at. He know where he got to improve at. And shout out to JC for that interview after the battle. Summer Madness.
Shout out to JC for that.
Salute to that. Salute. And Swamp before Summer Madness, the battle.
Right.
We outside working, man. You see Battle Rap Unfiltered. Yeah. We outside working, man.
Salute to those guys.
Run them subscriptions up. We outside.
Yeah, but anything else you want to add about what's next for JC?
Nah, JC, man, stay hungry, stay motivated. Don't listen to the people out there. Man, you still gonna get anybody you want. You still gonna clear Verb, in my opinion. I think Lux is a good battle as well. It's not gonna be a body because Lux ain't been cooking like that. So no, I still think JC got 2 more battles on his plate, 2 more major battles on his plate. And then whoever he wants after that is just
wait a minute. I know the volume probably isn't until December, but maybe he takes Bill Collector in November and gets Verb in a volume in December. Oh, that would be crazy.
No, JC and Verb definitely should go down in the volume.
That needs to happen.
Yeah,
that needs to happen ASAP. Yeah. But yeah, salute to you guys, everyone that tunes in. We appreciate you. Thank you for the likes, the comments, the subscriptions, whatever the case is. That's going to be it for us tonight, today, this evening, however you're watching it, whenever you're watching it. So you guys have a good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Opinions, we giving you the news you've been missing. Nobody does it like this, cause the talk is different. There's no competition. I think it's time you tune in and listen to the views and predictions. John Jones, we came here to kick it. We just a show on the rise. Definitely top 5. And before you leave, you better like, comment, subscribe.